What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Keeping It Real review. Did someone just burp into the camera? Into the fucking mic? I heard
What?
What?
I
I
heard
moved
one
my
of you
chair.
let Ingle. I'll start again.
Keep
What's
it.
don't What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Keeping It Real review. I'm James, joined by Jack and Rhys this time for The Last of Us episode 3, titled Long, Long Time. When a stranger approaches his compound, survivalist Bill forges an unlikely connection. Later, Joel and Ellie seek Bill's guidance. Long, Long Time stars Nick Offerman, who we'll know from things like Parks and Rec, and Murray Bartlett, who you'll know from season 1 of The White Lotus, played the hotel manager Armand, and was directed by Peter Hoare. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Hoar. Hoare. The episode premiered on HBO and Sky Atlantic Sunday, 29th of January. This has been out for a week, so we'll just go straight into spoilers. Jack, what did you think of episode 3 of The Last of Us?
Oh yeah, it was absolutely fucking heartbreaking. I've started playing the game. I've never finished the game before,
Okay.
so I started replaying it. And I got to not long after this scene, like when you get to the school. And I was like, oh, yeah, this would be a cool episode. Like I didn't see a preview or anything. I was like, they're gonna, go get Bill, and they're gonna run around with him. There's gonna be loads of zombies. They're gonna go to that school, and they're gonna get parts for. I think it's for a car. And then I was like, oh, they're just cool. They're going to give us a bit of background about him and Frank, because you only see Frank's dead body in the game.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like 20 minutes in, I was like, oh, so none of that's going to happen. We're just going to witness this beautiful gay relationship unfold. and like, as it was happening, I was like, this is a really nice episode. I'm really enjoying this. And then I thought it was all over when, the raiders come and he's getting fucking blown away and he gets shot. And I was like, oh no. But then it carries on, and then it becomes even more fucking devastating and heartbreaking.
Oh no.
I watched it with my flatmate, and he cried, and I kept like deflecting because I didn't want to be two men in a room just crying at the TV. So I kept like trying to make myself laugh, but I was fucking devastated.
You didn't want to be seen crying at a gay romance. That was it, wasn't it, Jack?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm pretty weak when it comes to shit like this. So as soon as Bill sat down at that piano, I was gone. I was like, fuck. We're doing it. We're watching it every week. We're watching the premiere. So last week there was like 6 of us all cuddled up in a room watching it. And when we realized they were going full tilt, like all the way, this is just going to be an hour and 20 minutes of this beautiful romance story. Every time they did something sweet or romantic, we were just cheering and chanting. We just fucking loved it. I'm a big fan of Murray Bartlett from The White Lotus. Always been a fan of Nick Offerman, and they're amazing. This seemed like even though Bill is like on the outside, very much a Nick Offerman character. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to take care of himself. As soon as the world goes to shit, he's going to Home Depot and raiding it and building his own fortress. It was very Ron Swanson. But then when Frank arrives and starts to peel back those layers, I thought Nick Offerman just blew me away. I think they're both probably going to get nominated for, like a guest appearance Emmy. The difference between the characters as well. Frank is, very much his heart is on his sleeve. He's very kind, welcoming. He wants to look after this new home and not just survive but thrive with it in this apocalyptic wasteland, in this little corner that they've created together. And I just bought into the love and the connection straight away. And by the end of the episode, yeah, I was I was already going. It's beautiful, when he asks Bill, "Do you love me?" He says, "Yes." He said, "Okay, love me the way I want you to. Give me one last good day." I was gone. And then they play one of my favorite pieces of music on the nature of daylight, which if you watch The Rival with Amy Adams, that was in there as well, and it got the same reaction. I was like, fucking hell. Yeah, by the end I was just broken though, and it was people are looking at this show in the wrong way. It's not a zombie show. It's a show about human drama, but because of the setting, you know, how the human spirit is tested.
The
That's
fact
what
they
The
can
Last of Us is about.
they've taken a moment that is so small in the game. You know, you see Bill for a little bit, you get a couple of lines about Frank, you get this letter from Frank,
Yeah.
and they turn it into just one of the most devastatingly sad TV episodes I think I've ever seen.
But again, I don't think it was all the way sad. I was
Oh
a
yeah, it
lot
was
of my
half.
tears were happy
There was
tears.
lots of
Yeah,
happy. There was lots of happy, but like just devastating. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because like you know, I think going into it, you kind of know they're both gonna die. They kind of have to.
Well, I didn't know that until it was Frank going out on his own terms, and I thought Bill's going with him.
Yeah, and I mean,
I didn't think this would be from the start. I didn't know like if either of them were going to die.
oh, I was like, they're dead. They're both dead, and I thought it was gonna be, you know, they were killed by like the raiders, like Jack said.
Yeah.
Zombies get the infected, get to them, but they were just like, hey, watch this, watch what we do with this show that you thought was going to be just fun little zombie killing
Curveball that
and
turned into one of the best hours of TV I've ever seen.
and I mean the people who are mad about it just
Grow the fuck up.
just calm down, touch some grass. These are the
You
same people. I
can't
imagine the
watch
same people who are
two
mad about
men
this are the same
kiss.
people who are mad that Ellie's not sexy. I imagine there's probably
Oh,
like
yeah.
correlation.
Wait till they found out about Ellie. She's
You know
the
what I
main
mean?
character and she's gay. Like,
And I just
what are you angry about?
yeah, watching these two men just thrive in this, like, you know, just fucked world
And manage to have a life together.
Yeah.
And
I think
yeah.
it's very I think it is very much like, you know, I imagine if you watch it as someone who is part of the LGBT community, it probably means so much more because they've had to thrive through like so much shit. So
Yeah.
I imagine it's a big moment for that. But like, yeah, I started to cry. I think I can't remember when it was, but I don't really have the time to cry at things because I watch shows with someone who asks 100 questions a minute. Like I started crying, and she was like, "But the why aren't the pills in the glass?" And I was like, "Shut up!
Shut
Like,
up.
just watch it. It's coming, okay?" And I just like but I was so by the end of it, I was just like, yeah, there's
Broken.
a letter that he leaves, and he's like, "It's probably going to be you, Joe." And I was just like,
yeah, because Joe's obviously a machine.
And it starts on this, like, you know, this thing of like they go to just find some supplies, and you have this kind of look into Ellie's almost rage and anger towards these like infected that she has. That she like sadistically
Yeah, it was a great moment. Yeah.
like, and that's kind of like a thing of what's to come. But then yeah, breaking out into this like just love story. Just
yeah, we'll talk
well
about the start of the episode, but where it is Joel and Ellie for a bit, and before we flash back. Yeah, that scene in the basement with the stalker sort of under the rubble, because in the last episode she asked Joel like do you feel bad killing them knowing that that was once a person, and that's when she's getting so close and the eyes following the knife. I think that's what she was looking for. Is there any semblance of that person still under there? Is it completely taken over? And that's when she's like, nah, that's gone. Kill it. That was a great scene. I was another moment though where I'm like, just fucking tell Joel what you're doing. Just because like, one, it's dangerous. Two, he's just gonna be angry at you if he finds out.
Yeah.
Just tell him.
He's already angry. Stop making him
Yeah,
angrier.
just stop making him angrier. Fuck. But yeah, I didn't expect for the majority of the show to be away from Joel and Ellie. This was purely about Bill and Frank, and by the end it was like we watched a full feature length movie. And I couldn't believe I had to say goodbye to those characters already because I just love them both so much. And I was hoping they'd be a bigger part of the show, but I think what we got was so special and memorable that by
And
the
then
end we're all going to be like, "Fuck, remember episode 3?
Yeah,
What
and they
that
do
did to
really
us."
well at bringing it back to the main story at the
Yeah.
end and kind of in with this little bits of humor that you get from like Ellie and Joe without completely overshadowing what
Yeah,
we've done.
well,
That final shot of
the loaded screen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, what a brilliant shot.
Soundtrack continues to be incredible as well. Yeah, so long time that gets played on the piano. Nick Offerman brought me to tears. Thought it was fantastic. And then there's that song by Cream as well, which was a banger. I'm excited to get back to the Joel and Ellie story though. Get back to some running, some shooting. This I feel was such a nice break because even though we were only 2 episodes in, it felt like we'd been through a lot. So it's for 1 week to just take a break, sort of remind you what this is really about at the end of the day. It's not about clickers
and I know
and
there's
monsters. It's
probably
about
going to
the
be
people at the center of it.
There's going to be more stories like that. Like I know there's going to be. We're definitely going to get one about.
There's going to be an episode on Ellie and Riley.
And that will be a very like another. Slow,
well, we discussed it last week, didn't we? Where we weren't sure whether they were going to, whether it'd be a 5-minute pre-credits scene.
They definitely could now,
or the whole thing. And I was like, I reckon they'll do a whole thing, which
and that will
I
also
didn't expect
be
this, but
devastating.
Yeah,
like it's going to be.
It's so exciting where we can go. Do we have any more thoughts on this episode before we rate it?
I don't think so.
Just fucking great. Yeah. And if you're going on IMDb and rating this a 2 because you're a homophobe, just grow the fuck up.
Speak to someone.
Yeah. Just don't.
What's that Michael Jones like? Stop it.
Yeah. Get help.
Stop it.
Yeah. Again, though, 3rd week in a row, 5 out of 5. This was great. This was one of the best episodes of TV I've watched in a long time.
Easy 5.
In a long, long time, should I say? Oh, what, 5 from all 3 of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
We love that. Right, that is going to be it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Just remind you all, we're on Twitter at Keeping It Real UK. Give us a follow from there. You can find links to all of our streaming platforms and social media. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, and TikTok. Whichever app you use to listen to your podcast, make sure to follow us, like us, and give us a 5-star rating. It really helps us out. We're also on YouTube, and we'd love to have you all as subscribers so you never miss another video. On the channel right now, we'll have an episode of our podcast where we discuss the new DC slate under James Gunn, a review for Babylon, The Fabelmans, and next week we'll be back with another review of The Last of Us. But until then, keep it real.